Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zakk.
Shane.
We are back with Shogun, Season 1, Episode 7. Do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, last time we didn't have Zakk, we had Joy. This time we have Zakk, we don't have Joy. She has a migraine. And actually, we weren't going to film today because there is really bad, severe thunderstorm watches, flood warnings, and
tornado and derecho warnings.
Yeah, we were kind of just waiting and seeing, and it looks like it might be fine, but most of that shit's supposed to start like in an hour, I think, right? So it's quite possible, you know.
Interrupted.
We'll get interrupted, and if we do, then that's just how it is. We'll finish in a couple days or whenever he can. But getting into it real quick, last episode, I mean, it was kind of really dealing with, I think, the women of Shogun.
Yeah, so we had Ochiba Nokade, who was Rory when she was young, who Mariko knew. Yeah,
she had a different name. I couldn't remember. But it was taken when her father was taken. She had to change it. Rory.
So Rory and Mariko, they, because Mariko's dad was a Kechi Jinsai.
Yeah, he was to the the guy, Rory's dad wasn't a regent. He was just a high up guy, right? Or was he a regent?
No, they weren't regents at the time.
Okay,
they had
they had one regent then. Yeah, they had the main regent.
Yeah.
So he was some noble, right?
He was like Shogun or what he was.
Yeah, and Mariko's dad was a vassal of his.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't exactly see what happened, but we know in Mariko's story, her dad killed him because he was a terrible, shitty, corrupt guy.
And Roy believes that he was instigated by Toranaga.
Yeah. Sounds like something Toranaga might do.
It does.
But if he was, I mean, like I said, the whole Jamie Lannister thing, I mean, he's my favorite character in GOT. I love John. And I also love Robb, but he gets cut short early. Just like Robb Baratheon is great, too. He gets cut short early. I'd love Ned. Yeah, I mean, I'd love him. But like, I have to pick.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick either Robb Stark or Jamie Lannister. I didn't love how he ended, but I loved 99% of his story.
So, but either way, we found out that Mariko was married off to Buntaro, who is the son of Iramatsu.
Yeah.
And it was married off to because her dad wanted her to continue his fight later down the road.
Yeah, he did to save her life.
It was to keep her safe. Yeah.
And I actually loved that. And when she realized, like, oh, I failed him. And Toranaga's like, no, you can continue the fight. Yeah. Now. You know, you didn't fail him. And it just kind of brings in the light. She's been miserable this whole time thinking, why did he marry me to this
his asshole?
Yeah, or like, I think they were lower too, right? Or they were... It was like lower or kind of slightly or parallel, or what's the word I'm looking for? Parallel? Lateral, like a lateral move. So I think she just wanted a better life, but he did it precisely that way for her. Mm-hmm. And Buntaro, I don't think he needs to be beating women, but I think he wanted to be happy, and she just cold to him.
Yeah. Well, he's an asshole too. So
yeah.
What do you do? My favorite moment in the episode when I watched it at home, at least what I laughed at, which I continuously get humor from, is Yabashige.
You talking about the will?
Yeah. Time to write another will.
Yeah. That is like a great joke of the show.
It is like a constant, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's great. It's like, no, not today. He feels good about the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And was it always that kind of guy with him?
I believe so.
That kind of nerdy looking guy?
Yeah, because it's the guy that was in there when that...
The pervert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking at it with your perverted eyes.
Yeah. Hey, he's the luckiest man in the world to get just swept up in that sex scene. Like, there's no way he'd ever get a woman like that.
She goes like, oh.
So can anyone, if they have enough money, get with like the prize courtesan, or she booked for like weeks and it's only lords, or what?
I don't know. It sounds like there's bookings. So bookings and money are related, because you know how much money when they were trying to make a deal for Kiku. So they had to do a lot of haggling.
Yeah, even though she came in the name of Toranaga, like, he honors the free market. He's not just going to come in there and because it wouldn't be good for anybody.
Well, she actually thought initially that was for Toranaga.
Yeah.
And then she found out it was for the barbarian.
Yeah.
Anjin.
Yeah, and she what's her name? We wrote it down. The head prostitute lady.
Gin.
Yeah, yeah. She kind of picked up on it a little bit. She said, "Oh, you guys always seen together."
Yeah.
And then what was her name? Not Omi. Omi's the nephew.
Omi is Yabashige's nephew.
The head prostitute lady. It's the courtesan or it's
consort.
Consort. Yeah, the head one.
Yeah.
She was like, she picked up on it, and she was like,
Gin is her name.
Okay. Oh, the head
She's the one that runs the whorehouse.
Okay, I'm talking about the one, the actual girl that, like, the head prostitute.
The one that's plotting.
The one that they had to sleep with, yeah, the one that's plotting. Kiku. Yeah, Kiku kind of used her understanding of the situation to make Mariko talk to him the way that she feels.
Yeah.
And she was able to pick up on that, probably because she's just smarter. You know what I mean?
She's a seductress, man.
She's perceptive, yeah.
Vibes.
I guess she would just immediately understand that, yeah. And it was just, I loved the scene, and I loved how John kind of grabbed her hand. But I think the question is, do you think they did anything?
I don't know, the way he walked out of there in the morning and kind of looked at her, I mean, maybe not.
Yeah. Well, when I had to go over it again, I was just thinking about how happy he was when he did it with Mariko.
Yeah.
He was drinking his, well, it wasn't coffee, whatever, their tea or whatever.
Yeah, woke up.
Beautiful morning.
Yeah, woke up in the morning, he's relieved.
Fine day. Yeah. He didn't have the same level of happiness. I mean, obviously they have, big feelings for her. But Crimson Sky, all out assault. And that's what they're planning next.
They prompted him with it. They said that, we should, or what was his name, Iramatsu? Yeah. He brought it up the first time.
I love how Yabushige didn't, like, no one knew about it except those two, Toranaga and his guy.
Mm-hmm. And Toranaga said no. Like, he listened to everybody, but then he said, no, I don't want to be Shogun.
Yeah.
And there'll be no Crimson Sky. And then later on, he decides that...
Well, he kind of, like, flipped real quick once he...
Well, he had to.
Yeah.
I mean, for one, Ito, they swindle him into a regent position.
Yeah.
And then the one guy balks and says, no, I'm not doing it anymore. You're holding us all hostage.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. And then he leaves and they murder his ass.
Yeah, they had to get another one.
Yeah, so now they got to get another one. But now they're another man shy.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious. So Toranaga predicted as much, too.
Yeah, they're going to start turning on each other. Once he tried to play into that.
Yeah.
By separating the Christian lords from the others. But that guy wasn't a Christian lord, I didn't think. Or was he? No, he was not. No, Ono, the leprosy guy.
Yeah.
And, I don't know the other guy's name, but the fucking yuppie. He's always dressed well-to-do and everything.
Yeah.
That guy. Those are the Christian lords.
Yeah.
The other guy, I think, was kind of more of a traditionalist.
Okay.
He said, fuck this, I'm out. And then they
killed
everybody, whole damn family.
Yep, family, children, everything. My favorite scene on the episode was when they were praying together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that scene. Anyways, guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, leave a comment down below. You can tell us all the stuff we got wrong. That's fine with us. Be nice, though. Be civil with each other. Also, check out our Patreon. We have full-length, uncut reactions and early access. Let's jump in.
Sexual situations. Yeah.
Okay. Damn, how old is this motherfucker? Shit.
46 years ago?
Yeah. Gotta be like 60 then, right? I believe it the way these people are. You're forced to do shit all the time.
Mm-hmm. What about Iramatsu?
Yeah, you gotta have a lot of balls to kind of pump yourself up to do this.
Mm-hmm.
He was young, didn't he? He looks like he could be 13.
Mm-hmm. We tried to take the fucking little sword thing and try to kill him. Oh, okay, he's gonna kill him.
It's a section.
I forgot all about it. Yeah. Cuts his head off after he does it.
Yeah. I was first exposed to that in The Last Samurai.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why? But just to help them. So it'll suffer.
Mm-hmm.
That was ugly.
Yeah,
ugly thing.
Entrails come out.
Disgusting, yeah. I think the boy actor could have convincingly swung harder.
Yeah. I agree.
Maybe their swords were so sharp.
Well, they are very sharp, but you got swing. They're brittle, but they're very sharp. I mean, if you've honed your abilities the right way,
yeah,
you cut at the right angle, you're gonna be fine, probably.
Yeah.
Stick of time.
Yeah, do you think they'll say it in the show? They've done it.
That one doesn't sound quite as cool, but.
he has a badass look.
He does.
The balding, culturally to me is weird.
Yeah.
I understand to them it's badass, but I've made fun of balding, bitter men my entire life, at least for the past.
Well, he's not really balding. He's shaved it bald.
12 years. I know, but
he's balding and he's covered up that way.
I'm sure that's convenient for them.
Oh, yeah, helmet.
Very phallic.
若手生は先の地震でそこで困り果てた兄上は具体の大軍勢を呼びつけるほかなかったというわけでござるか。
I want us to be like Han and Lando. Yeah.
ドケチの兄上じゃ。大軍勢を挙げての豪華なもてなしを当て込んでおったのに我が側室どもは恐ろしがって震えとりまするぞ。おお、噂はまことでござったか。万人を手なずけられたと。
That helmet.
Yeah, it's
so tall.
It's yeah.
殿の身内にお目通りが可能だこと、強越至極に存じまする。
こちらこそ強越至極にござる。
So I just want to know when to walk away.
今宵は大いに飲み明かそうではないか。兄上の申し出、早くもそそられまするな。ご足労いただき、痛み入るぞ。この地にはあまたの温泉がある。
That'd be nice. I want to do that one day. There's some in America.
わしの種違いの弟に二度目を使うだけでか。
おぎの稲はもっと高うございました。それをここまで下げるには。
I still want to quit.
Yeah, I know. I hope he.
wanted to see me.
Okay.
今宵の宴では行儀よく振る舞うように伝えよう。鉄砲ではなく刀を身につけ旗本らしくせよと。
I will order you to be at your best and to please carry your swords.
Does this order of Crimson Sky mean that I am to be given maritime command during our attack?
皇天で自分に命ぜられる役割についてお尋ねる。
安心な船のことも役目のことも何も決めてはおらぬ。
He picked up on it.
この話はこれでしまいじゃ。
I suggest you take this no further.
Perhaps I misunderstand these honors he has done to me.
Wow.
Here I am, bestowed countless gifts, titles, swords, and fiefs, but when it comes time to actually serve him, I'm ignored. I'm beginning to wonder if these gifts have any bloody meaning at all. What exactly is Corten?
安心をここへ呼んだのは皇天の話をするためではない。
I urge you to let this go.
Just do it. Let it go. Just bow.
Please tell him I am ready for whatever our fate may bring.
安心様は覚悟ができていると申しておられまする。
To me, the translation is always some of the most interesting things in the
Sometimes
show.
they have to kind of like,
Yeah,
they just kind of condense
yeah. It's
everything
it's
and
like
make it palatable.
she'll tilt it a degree to the left or right.
Yeah.
おきこ7日の間お買い上げになったので
One
ござ
week
る
of her time.
話すだけなら構わんだろ。
意気盛んなお若いお侍様にもっと似合いのものを。
Course.
菊が万人と枕を交わして以来、その方の茶屋を汚れておるわ。
安心様、よくよく思い返してみれば、あの夜安心様の心は別の方のもとにあった。
Shouldn't be saying.
Shit stern.
Yeah, don't be saying that shit. It's bad for business, you know? Sometimes you find that girl and she just keeps her mouth shut, you know? Doesn't tell a damn person.
That's even worse haircut.
Yeah, because it looks like you put
He's got the bangs,
black chalk on there or some shit.
わしからお前に手渡したいと思うての。
Maybe the burnt remains.
That's it.
大坂でお前と別れた時からこれはわしが守ると決めとった。
おかげさまでこのお務めを果たしましたら私も自害して灰になるつもりにございます。
なぜ生きようとせぬ。何故。
勝利があるのでございましょうか。
I hope so.
お許しくださりませ。 文太郎様は我らの誇りにございまする。
What did you say?
So the ear wants it.
Oh, sounded the same. The J is silent. Or D.
The D is silent.
初めて敵を討ち取った時は初めて女子を知るより心地よいものじゃと聞いたが、
どこでそのようなことを聞かれたのですか？
誰もがそう申しておる。
それは女子によります。
Yeah. I wish Buntaro would have laughed there.
He's a hard ass.
There was a... Ooh, bugs. I actually love crab and lobster, but
It's not kosher.
no, it's not.
最後に会った時は顎にも股にも毛が生えておらなんだのにのお主月夜の晩ごとに違う女子を抱いておるのじゃろう。女子を垂らすことに関してはおじやの方がずっと上手じゃ。またしても誰事兄上は年を見せても
Buntaro just there because he has to be.
Yeah.
He's round.
He just looks like a...
尾形様があのように一心に
You fucking asshole.
果たされるのを
殿への務めという意味か。
兄上が元服を迎えん年で初陣に勝ったのは知っておるか。吉井虎名がわずか12の小わっぱでありながら敵将の首を一刀のもとに切り落としたのじゃ。いかがでございましたでしょうか。
That's gonna fucking spike that boy's blood pressure.
あの遊女じゃな、かたじけない。
Him?
美しい世の中じゃが、美しさなど儚い喜びでござる。皮を握ろうとし、夕日を抱こうとするにして、ご扇の吉井虎中殿はわしの軍に何を下さるというのじゃ。当地はなかなかに良きところじゃ。
He's gonna keep fucking with him and his nephew.
Yeah.
名役を強固なものにする人質として兄上に勇ましゅう振る舞いと言われた。身の藁に臆病者はおらぬとな。母上の腕から離れた途端袴にクソを漏らし、そのまま馬で十里を進んだのだそうじゃ。
What you gonna do, dude? You know?
兄上をコケにしたわけではございませぬぞ。わしはずっとその馬を哀れに思っておったと申したかったまでのこと。お主はどちらが好みじゃ。おとぎ話か伝説か、それともまことにあった話か。拙者が伊豆の領主になればどんな伝説が生まれていた別の申し出を受けたばかりでござってな。
Oh, really? Red wedding? Dude, I was like kind of happy that they were like, okay, things are good with him. Does he think he's gonna get out of there alive?
関所はすべて抑えてある。誰の命じゃ。虎長公の儀につき、大老衆の速やかに降伏の上、大坂に佐伯信達殿に申し伝えられるべく候。手下のことです。
大老
The actor?
指導とうとうわしの後釜を据えたが、かような名誉、根原上善殺しに対する正式な沙汰としてお主には切腹が申し付けられた。受け取るでない。大老衆からの命、ご返事つかまつる。
Taro's not gonna have this. I'm telling you.
ご決心がつくまでご家臣一同。
Bintaro needs to be on the battlefield. If not, he's gonna start beating women.
Yeah.
He just needs to be out there.
What happens if he surrenders?
Toranaga-sama will be sentenced to death. and half his men will commit seppuku out of allegiance to him.
My Rasmus is still moored in that cove. If you could get me the clearance I need to go aboard, then tonight I could go below, test the bilges. Easy dive over the side, check the keel. She'll need careening and scraping. Yabushige's men could help with stepping the spare bowsprit in the hold. And then we could be out of that channel and we could...
What could we do, Anjin-sama?
Anything is better than standing here pissing around.
Guy pretty frustrating.
Yeah, dude. Like, what's funny is like when you get the formal letter, like that must be considered.
Yeah.
It's almost like so powerful as he told his son not to
Don't even accept
it.
Mm-hmm.
先頃そなたは配下の武将五十嵐殿大老衆との和議を望む談合のため内密に送り出された
Yep. Damn it. The guy with the eye patch.
Mm-hmm.
So he's here, huh?
Bloody wonderful.
I want him to make a move. See that?
ましたか刀を血に濡らして戦いまするか
何故戦場に出たことのない者は総じて戦をしたがるのかの
Fucking good line. I mean, I'd rather do that than just commit seppuku, I'll tell you that.
I know.
Fuck yeah.
約束は約束じゃ我らに残された時が千個何本分かは誰にもわからぬ
I mean, yeah, those are your last days.
An incense stick.
誠に強越至極にぞ
何が望みじゃ
歌方の世に生きるとはどのようなことか一丁分を思い浮かべてくださりませその囲いの中に遊女屋というよりは私がこの地に作りました茶屋のような店をひとまとめに集めるのでございます、また遊女のためには座を設けます
She wants to unionize?
私どもに明るい先をお願いいたします
されどその方の途方もない願いを叶えるにはわしの先行きは
そうでございましょうか
我が宿命はすでに定まった
私は極貧の生まれ浮かれ目として育ちま
It's a
した
really cool line.
Yeah.
かような忌まわしい宿命されど辛酸をなめるうちに野心とテレンテグラが身につき迫り来る軍勢あらば患者が知らせるわけがなかろうに手勢を弱らせたまま放っておいて弟に身を迎えると何故かように迂闊な過ちを
わしが望んでそうしておると思うのか我が軍勢を壊滅させたあの地震の後で
こんな遊女の慣れの果てのババアに線香ももうとっくに燃え尽きました
How much is the stick? I thought it was like a week.
No, it was a little incense stick. It was burning in that boat.
Okay. Well,
皆で浸かるには湯が足りぬようじゃなああ
there's room for everybody.
Oh, he's getting naked.
I thought he'd be bigger just because
Yeah,
he's got
well,
this.
he looks bigger.
He's got this fool-looking face.
Yeah.
God, that looks nice.
Oh, yeah, it does.
幸福か幸福の術など
抜け侍か
Yeah, I figured somebody'd be listening.
お主の悪たれ口は刀と同じで生蔵じゃ肉親であることに変わりはないゆえな
ご自分のされたことを恥とは思われませぬか
名を残すためとあらば恥も外聞もあるものか鶏のように殺され名も立てぬうちに忘れ去られるのじゃぞ
それが我が宿命ならば
He does seem very.
見事に死んでみせまする
His facial expressions all the time.
Yeah.
死とは
Shit.
森の中の孤独な道に過ぎぬ
They're gonna jump their ass?
And then they just go in there talking shit and left. Let's shoot to get them.
They pull back in.
自分がカゴエデになればよかったと思っておるんじゃ。その方が早く死ねたのにとな。わしはな、この宿命に縛られておる。どれほど死を避けても次の死が待っておる。どめは崖の上、ついで大坂、そしてこたびじゃ。なぜお前に話しておるんじゃ。風に向かって証明をしているようなものじゃ。
Why am I speaking to you?
どうせ使い方も知らんくせに。抜け。早くしろ。抜け。
This appears to be occurring.
正しく構えよ。
Two hands.
もう一度じゃ。拾え。
I see what this is. I'm a fucking sailor. I don't know this blade from the
貴
handle.
様が何を話してるのかわしには分からん。
Lee?
何を笑っておる。何をするつもりじゃ。
I'll do it.
わしがいなかったら死んでおったぞ。マルケね。
I kind of wanted more, a little formal, like a more of a lesson.
I know, it's just the experience is funny.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
Idiot.
Idiot.
本来ならば拙者が一同の比例を咎めるべきでござった。拙者にもっと度胸があれば忠義殿も。
I just hope when the moment comes, he's brave.
Yeah.
Because I
They're
can
making
at
it
least
seem-
respect him,
Yeah.
even I don't agree with him.
お銀じゃ。江戸に2丁の土地を用意し、
Oh, there you go.
お銀の望むように使わせよ。殿に申し上げたき義がございます。妻の老石もお許し願いませんか。
Try to save her life again? Oh, no, remain here.
Yeah.
Divorce?
Maybe.
拙者に万人の首を取らせてくださりませ。あの万人が殿に付き従うというのは、またあいつが妻に向ける目つきが気に入りません。
That's some gangster stuff right there, dude.
安人がその方の妻の心を盗もうとしておると申すか。いかにもマリコ殿がそれを許しておると、そう申すのか。
He didn't say that.
万人の首をと申しましたが、妻の
He's got it bad for her, doesn't he?
わしの問いに答える。その通りであると思う。即座に跳ねるのが筋である。申すことはあるか。
私の命は
Still, she wants to die.
Yeah.
拙者は妻に過ちがあったと思うておりません。ならば安人も責められまい。
Fuck.
どう始末をつける。
I like the duplicity he has, because he...
つまらぬことを申し上げました。成田速攻よいしょ。
He's so tense.
Yeah, he's got a lot of just intense energy. He hasn't smiled once. Maybe when they were drinking a little bit.
Oh yeah, he got ruefully though.
どういう立場にあるのじゃ。
私は殿にお仕えしております。
あの万人が絡むと、いつも物事の順序が曖昧になるようじゃ。
そのようなことはござりません。
裏と表を使い分けるのはもうよさぬか。裏か表かじゃ。父の仇と戦うか、それとも万人の側におるのか。どちらかを選ぶのじゃ。
私は殿に心からの忠義を尽くしてまいりました。されどどうか死を待ちながら時を過ごすのは苦しみの川で溺れ続けることに似ております。自害することをお許しくださりませ。
They don't have to kill the engine.
Yeah.
No.
Well, she already has I was gonna say, whatever it is, like
Get pissed. Look at him.
a wish to kill. Oh. Just walk in the rain.
バカらしい。一刀のもとに切り落としたじゃと。お主も見ておったであろう。
ああ。
くたびでございましたぞ。首が落ちたのは。むごいことになりましたな。
What a
小っ
fucking
ぱい
lesbian.
に解釈を頼む方が愚かなのじゃ。
Yeah, that would suck.
9 times.
Where's the engine been, though? That's the question. Is he gonna go get his fucking ship and start blasting into
Right
them?
there.
Oh, shit! Okay, damn, alright.
I like when the fur and shit's incorporated into
Yeah, it's always kind of cool,
you know,
actually,
like,
yeah.
Yabushige's.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're black.
正式なご返答。
降伏し、大坂に参ることを承知いたす。そこで大老衆、ひいては石堂殿のご意向に従おう。
He has surrendered.
Fuck this. Just start run out in the water.
口を挟むでない。わしの腹はもう決まっておる。たとえ逆賊が救うておろうとも、誰であろうと満たしてはならんことじゃ。誤りであった。
Something's going on.
Yabushige-sama. Nagakato-sama. Behold the great warlord, brilliant master of trickery, who tricked his own loyal vassals into a noiseless smothering. Mina Shinu. Crimson fucking horse shit.
大老衆には文で知らせる。明日、兄上は大坂に向けて立たれよ。
I wonder if Yabushige or somebody's going to help him get to his boat.
Yeah. That would be great.
That would be cool.
I love his commitment to the realm, but I wonder if he's got a plan, but I think... okay. Oh, okay. Well, thank God. I don't want it to end.
我が7番目の側室じゃ。
Hell, 6.
殿の喜びを高める道具がございます。
取ってまいれ。
I just got off. I have to wait.
He reloads quick.
Maybe. It's called refractory period. Or she's gonna kill his ass.
I kind of wanted the same. Shit.
ようやく男になろうと思うたか。
I hate how he walks.
Yeah. It's always-
Toranaga's son.
Me too. Did he get hit or something? Why is he... Really? What a unflattering end.
Ignominious in.
Yeah, I was looking for the word.
The guy got over the skin of his fucking teeth.
Yeah.
この死に様のどこが見事じゃ。
What a fucking depressing ending.
That was an ending, all right. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Me too. I mean, I still feel like I'm in the middle of the story. I mean, each episode is...
Yeah, I'm waiting on that moment.
It's like one big. It's like one big movie.
Well, especially with Toranaga, it seems like it's building up.
Yeah.
To a major event for him, like slowly saying, "Oh well, you know, so submit to fate."
Yeah.
You know, there may be evil in the realm, but there's no one's, you know, no one has the right to tear it apart.
Yeah.
Like it's old, even Blackthorn's.
Yeah, I kind of.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I was kind of with Blackthorn there.
And I think it makes it kind of stands out to those guys who view him as such a low thing.
Yeah.
And he's like talking to them, like recognize them by name.
Yeah.
And then he actually says it in Japanese. You're all dead.
Yeah.
And he wipes his head.
Yeah. No, I liked it too. I mean, he's not the type of man to just leave his fate to the whim of
No, he's
fate.
not. He's not like the Japanese.
Yeah.
His experience with them.
What's your favorite part?
Well, let me look through my notes.
A few minutes later.
I don't know. That part where he's like, why did you just stand there and let him tell that story?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have let him shame you. He's like, no, about the 12-year-old boy cutting off the man's head. He's like, yeah, it took you 9 times before that head came off. What a fucking mess you made.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah. Mine was...
I like them on the beach, too.
Yeah, that was mine, where their sword... Well, Yabushige tells him to pull out a sword.
Mm-hmm. You would have died if I wasn't here, you idiot.
Yeah.
Just this...
Why am I talking to you?
Yeah, that was great.
I love...
It's great because he's actually trying to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
And then he realized he wasn't understanding shit he was saying.
Yeah, it was just funny as hell, because I like those characters, they don't really interact, you know?
No, what he's trying to, and it's just, he told him it starts with the pot.
Yeah.
Because he was looking at that pot.
Fucking pot.
He's like, bet you wish it was you in that pot.
Yeah. No, not me.
He starts going on
I'd
about
rather
it.
commit seppuku than...
But he's talking about that, though, I would too. But he was talking about how he's like, I'm bound to this fate.
Yeah.
You know, like how did he put it?
Nah, he kept dodging it.
Dodge one death to find another or something like that.
Yeah. It's just kind of funny because he's like complaining, you know?
Why am I talking to you?
Yeah.
Didn't understand a word I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, so the sun in the end.
Dude, I was not expecting it.
I was not expecting that shit at all. It's just...
I think it's going to have some effect on Toranaga, though.
Yeah. I think it will too. It's tragic kind of because it's not, I mean, we're all young and dumb once. He just wants to fight. He's got that fire and testosterone, and I kind of wanted the moment
I kind of also feel like he's kind of simple.
Yeah, he does seem simple. I think his
He's always
father
got
was
that-
kind of the famous one.
He's always got that simple eagerness to him.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of you had the famous, renowned man.
Yeah.
And warlord, or whatever, and he's like the dud.
Yeah.
You know, the son that doesn't live up to the legend.
I mean, he also, he kind of grew up and he was born and raised in peacetime too.
Yeah.
You know, so
which this peacetime in this world seems like it's very small intervals.
Yeah, but he hadn't had to fight a battle really, you know, and he just wanted to prove himself. And I love the line too. Like it's always the ones who've never fought a battle that want to get in one.
Yeah, we've talked about that before on the channel.
Yeah,
people have talked about the U.S. Civil War, for example, before that set off.
Yeah,
that there some of the people that would become generals, one in particular, during that war, said, it's always these people that have never fought in a battle that are so eager, or never fought in a war, they're so eager to start one.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you think of Ned Stark. Jamie was a really good sword fighter in the realm, but Ned talked about how I don't play a war. I was in a war. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
He said that I won't play in a war because I don't want to let my enemies know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
Or play at war, like he said.
Yeah. And they never really got to have that fight either.
They didn't. Dude interrupted it.
Yeah.
Had him in the leg.
Yeah, and Jamie, did he kill him or something?
I think he did.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's
like the Arbinger in Halo.
Yeah. There weren't that many. How many fights? Not to reach way off topic here, but how many fair fights do you think there were in that show?
Fair fights?
Yeah, because when Brienne fought Jamie on the bridge, he was malnutritioned and he was chained. He had both his hands.
Yeah.
But she won.
Yeah.
But like I said, the odds were against him in that fight.
The odds were against him. Yeah. Remember he got his hand cut off? How shocking that was.
Yeah, it was very shocking because it came out of nowhere.
Kind of fucking nowhere. I was so.
And the
pissed.
music choice they used for it too really kind of set that.
I was so pissed off for him.
I think the fairest fight I remember seeing Oberyn in the mountain, except Oberyn had poisoned his spear.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that was really fair. I mean, it was fair in the sense of like just the combat, I guess, because they were pretty much one-on-one, no interruptions. But he did poison the spear, so I don't know how to take that.
Yeah.
But Clegane and Brienne.
I mean, at the very least, it's 1-on-1. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't say it wasn't fair because she was pretty vicious.
Yeah, yeah.
And
she's great.
She won.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
I mean,
not a lot of fair. I mean, I think the show stresses that too. Kind of like it's not really about that.
No, it's not. But if you're going to you always want to have those discussions of who would win, this guy or this guy.
Of course.
So, but how many instances were there though of someone actually pitted against another person where it was?
Yeah, I don't know because
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you had the jousts and shit.
Do you remember that? What was his name? The guy, the badass that Ned and two other guys had a fight. Something morning, Sword of the Morning. Arthur Dane.
Dane, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that guy was a badass.
Yeah.
He lost, but I mean...
He's fighting multiple people.
Yeah.
So...
I love that guy. He's in Black Sails.
Who was he in Black Sails?
He's a guy that comes along and he has all that debt.
The governor.
Yeah.
The one that kills Blackbeard and all that.
Yeah.
Or has him killed.
Yeah.
You also had Barristan Selmy, but you didn't really see him fight anybody.
No.
Jordan didn't really fight anybody. Yeah, they don't have too many people that actually had just good fights.
No.
I mean, Sandor and his brother fought at the end, but his brother was like a fucking zombie.
Yeah.
And he got some good blows in, but he just couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
So he just tackled his ass out the wall.
Yeah. In this particular show, I'm wondering if we'll have any kind of those type of things. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, because you look at The Last Samurai, for instance,
yeah.
where they ride down that line of the rifleman.
Yeah.
And he charges through and against his old cavalry
commander.
And
he just throws a sword.
He throws a sword and kills him.
Yeah.
And there wasn't anything. I mean, it was good, and I liked how that went.
Yeah.
But there was no big, the Patriot moment.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Where you had that fight.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. In this show...
I mean, if anything, I think it'd be Ishido and Toranaga. But, it's almost like, they're the leaders, and they command men to fight underneath them, and...
Well, it reminds me...
If they lose, they commit seppuku. They don't have a standoff.
I mean, they could, in theory, if they met on the battlefield. But
yeah.
You're right. Normally they... And I'm not sure... I haven't studied enough of feudal Japan's military tactics to know if they're men led by a heroic example, or if it was, the unheroic example, or it was the anti-heroic example where they'd just be wherever, the battle needed them to be.
Yeah.
As opposed to being in harm's way. Or is it the unheroic example where they're in the back lines?
Yeah.
Sending messengers out.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of Last of the Mohicans. You haven't seen that, have you?
No.
Okay. Well, there's a fight at the end of it where you have the leader of this, I wouldn't call them renegades, but there's an opposing Native American group.
Yeah.
It's actually Wes Studi that plays him. I can't remember the actor's name that plays the other guy, but they have he ends up killing people that are near and dear. Actually, this guy's son. So the guy runs him down and meets the bad guy at the end, and they have this fight. But pretty much the old man whose son was killed dominates the fight.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of that moment where they have a really cool fight, and it's very iconic, but the bad guy was on the losing side the whole time.
It's kind of like the Turtles and Shredder.
In a way, Shredder was winning the whole time. Yeah. Yeah, but normally that's how
it's a good fight.
Normally that's how most of those fights go. There's the bad guy's always winning.
Yeah.
On the upper side. And so I wonder, though, if Toranaga is just going to, when he finally has his badass moment,
I hope
if he's just going to dominate, and, Ashido tries to go against him, but just...
Well, the idea that he has this Shogun blood, or is that the Shogun blood or something else?
Minowara or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's in his family's name, and that's why his family's name is famous.
Mm-hmm.
And he's rejected that title.
Yeah.
But then if he's backed in a corner or he's actually trying to fight, will he be the most badass guy? That's my question.
Yeah, and that's normally how I think those things go.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be hesitant up until the end and only survive in a pinch. It would be equally as cool if he just turned the tables on them and then forced them to commit seppuku. And then,
yeah. I just wonder how this is going to end.
I don't know. I know Blackthorn's actually based off of
Well, don't tell me that one.
a real I don't know the history of that guy.
Yeah.
He's based off an actual Englishman that was there. Or I know some Anglo, some European.
The priest kept saying, you won't leave this island alive. I hope he does. I would love if he did, know. And that guy was in Japanese. He's just some crazy white guy, Yeah,
he was what somebody calls a Franciscan or something like that. That where they had the divide in the Catholics.
Yeah.
And they ousted him.
Yeah, pretty much. And we didn't get to see the Portuguese.
We did forget. We did forget to discuss that in the pre-talk.
Yeah.
How the fucking Portuguese diocese, whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Guy,
they're kind of on the outs as well.
Well, yeah, and they actually brought up the idea of siding with Toranaga.
Oh yeah, that could come into play.
Yeah. What's his name? Fucking Delacqua.
Okay.
He was the.
I mean, I wonder
the dude with the frill.
Do they have a standing army?
What thing?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but they do have ships.
Yeah.
And gunpowder, cannon.
Yeah, one guy.
So maybe the black ship will come into play. Maybe that will come in, in some degree, because I'm looking forward to seeing Spaniard again sometime too.
Yeah, me too. I want to see him. Yeah, I wonder what John's going to do. I hope he makes a move. I mean, it could be the Catholics. I don't know if Toranaga is just if this is a play. I feel like it's not. I feel like he is giving up for noble reasons, and now John is going to take things in his own hands. Or like,
well, after his son died.
Oh yeah.
I have to wonder if Toranaga is actually going to step up and change, do something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Under the circumstances of his death, what happened, I just wonder if he's going to. His son took action twice now, where has refused to do so.
Yeah.
If that's going to draw him in, I was kind of looking forward to a moment where maybe Yabushige would help Blackthorn onto his boat or something.
I would I don't even know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I'm helping you.
Yeah.
But something like that would be cool. Like Buntaro, I wonder how that's going to go in the long run.
Yeah.
Because obviously he is on edge.
He is, and I like the character. I just didn't like how he's beating his wife. I like everything else.
I don't either. I think that's inexcusable.
Yeah, me too.
Inexcusable. But I think he's just, I don't know. There's a lot of tension there.
Yeah, everything else about him I like. I love John. He's my, more. But I get him. He's fucking right. Yeah, I mean, they got it on.
Yeah.
When he was dead for like 10 days.
But they thought he was dead.
Yeah. For just a little bit. I'm going to read some Q&A.
You're right about that, but at the same time, you understand the history there.
Yeah, they weren't that. Yeah.
There was no intimacy.
So I made a post for a Q&A. I also talked about tornado warning, but here we are filming.
No tornadoes yet.
Everyone just saying stay safe. And of course, there's someone in Peaburg also, I guess, who watched their channel. It's DVD G-Way. So, what's up, man? Do you think Blackthorn will have a Last Samurai moment with where he is at and not want to leave, or at the end leave and take someone with him to return to his daughter? And then he leaves with a new kind of found respect for Japan. That's from Charlie.
I don't know. I
think it's one of those two.
Early on, I thought that he would stay.
Yeah.
So he did mention with his daughters, like I've been sailing. I don't even know her.
Mm-hmm.
So
I guess I think it'll be one of those. I think he won't die, and I also hope he won't die. So
I don't think he'll die.
Yeah.
I have to wonder whether or not he'll leave, though. I don't see him leaving.
Yeah.
And them all just waving to him and having that moment in the sun in the ship where he's sailing away, looking back at the islands.
Yeah.
Don't know. Right now, I'm leaning towards he'll stay.
I can't see Mariko leaving. I don't feel like that. I mean, it might have a gut feeling, unless I'm watching Pocahontas 2 or something, where the place that you go, like the native, like the person from the outside stays. It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
It might be kind of the Last Samurai that reinforced that viewpoint on me. I mean, the only thing I can think of why Mariko would leave is if Buntaro dies, and when she executes her father's revenge,
nothing left to
tie her to Japan.
She also had that conversation with him about the world, like what things are like.
Yeah, they walk up the Thames. I can't do the voice right now, but
walk up the Thames.
I hope those characters get a good ending. I'm not saying everyone has to be really happy ending, but I don't want just Buntaro to get killed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like it makes sense for Buntaro to die, and then or like whenever Mariko does have the freedom to kill herself, she chooses not to. Yeah, like she finds purpose. Everyone else just saying to stay safe, and we thank you for that.
All right, so this is from Darth Gullet.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. What's up? Cody, I think. Pretty sure.
So, first I just want to say I hope you and your family and everyone's safe. So, with Shogun being a period piece, what other time periods or countries would you like to see adapted into a series?
I mean, I've been wanting something like this for a long time.
Yeah, no.
You know what's weird is I've been pretty obsessed with pre-Columbian America for a while.
Yeah, it's just I feel like it's in my lifetime at least. I've seen a lot of movies about it.
I haven't. I've seen Apocalypto, and that's it.
Well, I mean, Apocalypto. You have. It's not pre-Columbian. I'm sorry. So I'm thinking of a lot of movies.
I'm thinking
post-Columbian.
Yeah, I want pre-Columbian before like the Aztecs and the Mayans and what they were doing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have a good answer to that. I mean, I like history. I mean, I heard the show Rome on HBO was like really good.
Yeah.
And it got really good reviews. They just canceled it because it was just too expensive.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it was just too fucking expensive.
They weren't making enough money back then, right?
It must not have been. Not enough to justify it.
Xena the Warrior Princess is in that.
She is. She's also in fucking the other show.
She's in Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about... Spartacus. She's in Spartacus.
That's might be the one I'm thinking.
Okay, I like that show too.
Yeah, she's hot.
I only watched the first season though because that's the guy.
Lucy Lawless. That's her name.
Lucy Lawless. She played a character in Clone Wars that I didn't even know about it, but she was in there, and someone said it in the comments. She also played in Ninja Turtles as the chick in space who, like, with the tentacles and stuff coming out of her head. I just put it up. She's on the thumbnail.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, that show was good. I don't know. And I heard even, like, early colonial America, there's this show called Turn, with this cabbage farmer, and he's like a spy and everything. I heard that was really good.
Yeah.
I think there's good stuff out there. I just haven't seen it. But I've been waiting for something like this, and they've given it to me.
But is there something, though, like he's asking if there's a period piece somewhere you want to see focused on more?
Not really. I think they're giving me what I've been wanting. I kind of like the idea of maybe something fleshed out with, like, what was going on in Sparta at the time. Like, maybe a realistic...
Playing Greece?
A version of 300.
Or, Alexander the Great.
Yeah,
his conquest of Asia.
There's Hell's Gates, which is a historical novel by this guy. He's written a bunch of things. He's very acclaimed. And he wrote like a very realistic version of it. Something like that would be cool. What about you?
I don't know. It's a little harder for me. I guess the first thing that comes to mind is something with the Mongols. Because you have Marco Polo.
Yeah, I heard that was really good.
And that was enjoyable, yeah. I liked it quite a bit. I haven't finished it yet.
But, I got canceled too. I know that.
So it's like, what do I look forward to? I know it ends probably in a bad way because they had to cancel the fucking thing. So...
Like the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Have the same thing.
Yeah, something to do with the Mongols. Okay. Maybe the Golden Horde era.
You've been talking about the Mongols for a few years, so I see.
I've liked that history since I was probably in 6th grade, if I remember right, 5th or 6th grade.
Okay, yeah.
Like everything on the steppe always interested me.
Okay.
Especially the eastern steppe.
Okay.
So probably that. I would agree. Some of the stuff with the Greeks is always cool. Even though we have had a good taste of that. Especially with the Romans, I guess.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know...
Which aren't Greeks, but
Yeah, I personally haven't seen a lot of stuff.
Actually, before I forget about it, Hannibal.
Oh, yeah.
And his invasion through the Alps and the wars between Carthage and Rome.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I want to... Yeah, so... Yeah, that would be cool. I was thinking... I don't know a lot about the history of China and the warfare they had. I mean, I don't know what their version of a samurai was, because I know they had one. And I was looking up Korea as well, and they have a version, and they use a specific type of weapon. But I don't know, I haven't, the Japanese samurai to me is what has culturally been mythologized in an awesome way, and to me the ties from my first and great love, Ninja Turtles, is tied to Japan. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm also interested in that as well.
Well, you look at how intrinsically America has become, or intrinsic, Japanese culture has become with American, especially after World War II.
Yeah.
So there's just ties are there economically and now socially.
Yeah, I got one actually.
Maybe not.
I never thought about this too recently, and I thought about it a few years ago. Was when the Spanish came to conquer the Philippines. Like they were fighting tribal leaders, and they were heroic leadership. Like they were leading from the front, and they had all kinds of crazy weapons. But they were notoriously hard to take down. And the Philippines is very hard to evade because there's a bunch of islands, and it's imagine a bunch of islands, and they knew the islands just as well as the Vietnamese knew Vietnam. You know what I mean? And then I'm pretty sure it was a Colt 45, I think. It was used because it was very hard to stop the Filipinos that were coming. They just kept.
You're talking about the 1911.
Is that what it's called?
1911. Again, you see in World War II movies.
Yeah, I look it up. It was a revolver.
Oh, it was a revolver?
Yeah.
3 days later.
Colt 1902.
Okay.
Philippine revolver. Okay, there was a revolver. The legend behind it was made to stop the Filipinos, but in reality, it was around. But it was kind of obscure, and then it was favored, but wasn't specifically created to fight them.
Okay.
So I just I don't got anything from the Philippines. Like my mom's from there. I'm obviously half. It'd be cool to have some kind of cool show about that. I mean, I know there's some like really good indie movies that come out of there, but there's no show. It's not one of the popular people in history in the world is the Filipinos. We're kind of like fuck these guys.
They're Pacific Islanders.
Yeah, we got Manny Pacquiao, and that's it. And he's retired. Okay, so this might be wrong, but the Colt M1 1911 was designed by John Moses Browning and initially introduced in 1911. The weapon was specifically created for the Philippine-American War, where it was proved successful in killing Moro warriors.
Okay.
So I read, though, that the actual history of it was technically created before.
Yeah.
But they favored it because of how good it was to kill Filipinos, you know.
Makes sense.
So I just think that just sounds like a cool history, and then they can kind of, you know, they can do all kinds of cool stuff to make them cooler and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
Not just little short tan guys, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just saying to be historically accurate, embellish it a little bit.
Well, I'm sure they do that here in this show, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because I do know that
all of it's embellished.
I do know that some of the warriors they fought were like way taller than they thought they would be, or whatever. Like they were like, tall, which you know, there's all kinds of things. When Europeans came over here, they were so fucking short because of just eating fucking potatoes, and then like the natives here were healthy and tall and they smelled good. You know, that's just, I've heard that. I don't know how true it is. But anyways, that would be, if I rethought it, I'd answer, that'd be my first answer, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think I've always just wanted a samurai show. And I want a samurai Assassin's Creed.
It sells so well on the big screen.
It does.
I mean, it's steeped now, it's romanticized, and for a good reason. It has staying power for a reason.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah,
it's beautiful work. The show's great.
Yeah, this is just one of the great shows we've watched. I love it. And we got
Crimson fucking horseshit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm trying to look over my notes real quick to cover anything. We know that Toranaga is supposed to be 58 years old.
Yeah.
Mizuguchi was the guy that he beheaded. He was his second.
Yeah.
I forgot that Hiramatsu was Fuji's grandpa.
Yeah.
Just because you don't see them together very much anymore.
Yeah, you're right. And that was a sad scene with, you know, the remains of, he said the husband, he was a jackass. But,
yeah,
you know, I would feel incredibly purposeless if I lost my family. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like I got so much drive now, but the wind would be taken out of the sails if my family just died like that. Yeah. Especially something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so just...
And then...
Do you think that Toranaga just hit the blade out of her hand? It was kind of disrespectful, but... He did talk about the senseless death that he...
Well, he's probably getting really irritated with these constantly. Because look at how many times this shit's come up to him.
Yeah.
How he's constantly dealing with it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not... Basically, it's kind of like smacking it out of your hands. Like, I'm not going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Is more without saying it.
Yeah, just... It's crazy to ask permission when you want it so bad.
Fucking asking me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess, though, there might be repercussions if she did it without honor.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
The repercussions on her son's legacy, on her legacy with her son.
That's a good point.
Like that. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, I just feel like if I had a son, I'd want to live for that son. You know, I felt depressed before, but I always knew, like, well, my family's here, and I'm not going anywhere, even if I wanted to. You know.
So that's all I've got as far as notes go. Everything else has pretty much been covered. If it hasn't been, it's not worth redressing.
Yeah. One more thing. It was particularly interesting to me, but the courtesans trying to create, like, trying to unionize and stuff and asking for land, like, do you think that's important for the story going forward?
I say it will be. Okay. The shit's going down in a whorehouse.
Yeah.
You look at how they're influencing things.
Yeah, they were kind of gossiping a little bit. Like,
yeah.
That'd just be bad for business. You want to know that, hey, when I go here, no one's going to know. No one's going to say anything that I say. It's going to be private.
You're going to have to help my memory. Was Kiku the courtesan from the very beginning that was in there with Yabushige?
Yeah.
Okay.
That guy's girls all over town, man.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Why is he...
I know your girl's got nice eyes and good body, but, you know.
Yeah.
He's just...
But he's smitten.
I've been smitten before, but...
I know.
I think the occupation...
Is what...
It would just bother... You know, it'd be hard for me to be very, very smitten.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, like, you have your favorite girl, but, like, not like I'm going to... You know, we're going to be together. Yeah, kind of girl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You
kind of like falling in love with the stripper. You're thinking the stripper likes you.
Yeah, you don't take a girl like that home, you know?
Yeah, sorry.
So,
the trade speaks volumes.
I mean, it does. I mean, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean. So, anyways, I don't think I got anything else. I loved it. Love this show. It's going to be sad when it's over.
I agree, and luckily we've got at least 3 more left. 3 more hours.
Alright guys, if you don't want to wait till next week for our shows, except this one, you have to. You can check us out on Patreon for early access and full length for Shogun fans. See you next week.